Hello everyone, welcome back to Science for Kids. Today we're going to talk about Web 3.0, and without any further ado, let's jump right in. What is Web 3 and why is everyone talking about it? Web 3 represents next generation internet, one that focuses on shifting power from big tech companies to individual users. Web 3 is a term that you may have never heard thrown around a lot lately. It simply refers to the next iteration of the internet that promotes decentralized protocols and aims to reduce dependency on large tech companies like YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon. What is Web 3? To understand Web 3, it makes sense to understand what came before. The first version of the internet, known as Web 1, comprised of nothing but links and home pages. Back then, in the 1990s, websites weren't particularly interactive. All you could do was read and publish a few basic things for others to read. Web 2 came next. Some people might call this the read or write version of the internet, because instead of Web 1, you are allowed to read and edit files rather than just view them. This version of the internet allowed people to not only consume content, but also create their own content and publish it onto blogs like Tumblr, internet forums, and marketplaces like Craigslist. Lastly, the emergence of social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook brought content sharing to new heights. After a while, the general public became cognizant about the way their personal data was being harvested by big tech giants and then being used to create tailored ads for the company's game. Facebook in particular had multiple lawsuits brought on it for breaching multiple privacy laws. Although Web 2 has done an amazing job at providing free content and services, a lot of people have grown tired of this walled garden and want more privacy and more control over their data. This is where Web 3 comes in. Web 3 can be interpreted as the read, write, and own version of the internet. Rather than just using free tech platforms in exchange for our data, users can participate in the governance and operation of the protocols themselves. This means people can become participants and shareholders rather than just customers or products. In Web 3, these shares are called tokens or cryptocurrencies. And these cryptocurrencies represent ownership of blockchains. If you hold enough of these tokens, you have a say over the network. Holders of governance tokens can even spend their assets to vote for the future of, let's say, decentralized lending protocols. Anything at all can be tokenized, whether it's a meme, a piece of art, a person's social media content, or even tickets to my next concert, and if you don't attend, I'm gonna eat you. A great example of the paradigm shift is in the gaming industry. Gamers grumble endlessly about the bugs that developers are lazy enough to leave inside their games, or how the latest patch and rebalance has completely nerfed or made a weapon too overpowered. With Web 3, gamers can now invest in the game itself and vote on how things should be run. Large Web 2 companies like Meta and Ubisoft are creating web virtual worlds, powered in part by Web 3. Non-fungible tokens will also play a huge role in reshaping the gaming industry by allowing players to become the immutable owners of the items they accrue. The main criticism of Web 3 technology is that it falls short of its ideals. Ownership over blockchain networks is not equally distributed, but rather concentrated into the hands of early adopters and venture capitalists. Things aren't much better with decentralized finance protocols. But despite its problems, Web 3 has a lot of potential. Whether it's too idealistic to put into practice, will be something that everyday users will discover over the next decade. We've seen incredible new consumer behaviors emerge from Web 3 initiatives, such as creators being able to sell their content as non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and play-to-earn games that have helped people make a livelihood playing games. Although a purely decentralized model of the internet sounds enticing, there is an impracticality to it. So, while it could be argued that Web 3 is a critical building block for the metaverse, it is only one component of a greater sum. Alright everyone, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and like if you loved it. And for those of you eagle-eyed audiences out there, you should be able to see that I am using my keyboard and mouse backwards. Good job spotting it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. This version of the internet allows you to not only eat content, but also create